Right on set, please, thank you. And you can sit back now. This is the beginning of the scene. Oh, yeah. And action. Okay.
All right, so another shoot day. So we're supposed to do some outdoor scenes today. But I don't know if you can see behind me, but it is raining and it's been pouring for the last hour. And so I guess we're gonna wait to do the outdoor scenes. We're gonna focus on the three indoor scenes that we have going on. And then hopefully the rain will clear up and we will do the outdoor scenes because rain is not good for camera gear. Common sense would say. I'm excited because I got a new cart to load all my gear in, to roll everything around in, rather than having to like cram as much things in my arms as I can, like most men tend to do when they go grocery shopping or when they're moving anything, or just having to go back and forth for everything all the time, which is a pain in the butt. So that's cool, you know, purchases.
You can see you. So you come in and just like that. Okay. We're gonna do a walkthrough real quick because they haven't ran through the scene yet.
Yeah, do a walkthrough.
So that everybody can see what lines I'm gonna give her in between. Okay, let's do a walkthrough. Y'all ready? Here we go. Looking at your phones because that's what the Bible's at now. Okay, Bibles, but now you my phone over there. That's Bible paper. That's my phone. So here we go.
I also had to go pick up a wheelchair for one of the scenes, so my car is packed right now. Hopefully everything goes smoothly on the inside for the shoot, and hopefully the rain clears up pretty quickly, and we can get the outdoor shots pretty smoothly as well. The only problem I really foresee is that there are one of the scenes we're doing outside is outside of another, is the exterior to another scene where there's an interior shooting. So the main thing you got to worry about is continuity. You have to make sure that the scenes match. So like, I mean, if we're just doing indoor shooting for the indoor scene, which we're not doing today, but if we're just doing indoor shooting, it doesn't matter. It could be dark outside or whatever, as long as there's no light, like windows that show that it's dark outside. But I like to get exterior shots that lead into this indoor scenes a lot of the time. So if we're doing the outdoor scene today, it's going to be darker today, obviously. And on the day that we do the indoor shoot, if it's a brighter day, that might cause some continuity problems. So always think about continuity when filming. It's very important because I've seen tons of movies where it was raining in one scene and then an hour later it is the sunniest day of all days. And I don't know how they thought they can get away with that, but that's the perk to liking cheesy B movies, is continuity be damned, because, you know, it's a B movie. They're on a budget. So that's the end of the shoot today. Great shoot. It was so fun. Kids are funny, parents are funny, and just all around it got done fairly quickly. Got there around 11. Set everything up. Setup was pretty quick and easy. We did I keep saying I'm saying a lot. I apologize for all the ums. Dang. So we did, for a couple of scenes, we did a dual camera setup, one wide, one tight, and luckily the room we shot in was pretty big. So the only problem with big rooms, this is one of the things I learned today, or learned last time that I tried to fix today. One of the things that bothered me about big rooms, especially big rooms that aren't carpeted, is you get a hell of an echo, and that is so frustrating, and it's super hard to kind of fix in post. So what we did was I decided to lay some pillows down around the couch. The scene was shot mostly on the couch, so I laid some pillows down and a blanket, and I set the boom mic on the pillows because you want something to absorb the echo, and it worked out pretty good. I mean, there's a slight echo, but it worked out way better than last time. So I'm glad we reshot this scene, because last time we just didn't get what we wanted. And again, the audio was frustrating. So we decided to reshoot this scene, one of these scenes. And I think it worked out better this time, honestly. We had to recast the mom, so we had to redo the scene anyways. So it worked out really in the end. So we're at our next location in Plano, the library. Look at this little fancy park. This is nice. A little gloomy, but I mean, it all worked out. It was rainy earlier, dreary, sleepy. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I got out of bed and I made it. And if I can get out of bed, you can get out of bed. Live that life. I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't know what I'm doing anyways. So we're here, and this is the last 2 scenes of the day, and then it's off to home to edit or upload or unload, and then edit what we got. And yeah, I'm beat. I'm tired. Mostly the weather. I'm not lazy. It's just the weather, rainy weather. But all right, yeah, let's get shooting. So we did 2 scenes of the house, and then we did 2 scenes at the park that I just showed you. We did the kids, and then we did 2 of the parents that are in or 2 of the parents in the movie. And that was super easy, super quick. The kids they're getting it. It's great. The parents were fantastic, or the 2 people that played the parents did great. It was just a nice, easy, quick shoot. So yeah, I got there at 11. We set everything up. We did the first 2 scenes of the house, knocked those out pretty good, had a break for lunch, and then drove to the park, did those 2 scenes. It's now 7:30-ish, and I am finally heading home, and I am tired. The excitement gets to you. I get excited pretty easily about certain things, so it's kind of hard to sleep. Super excited, I was just super excited. I had to go through my gear checklist, make sure all the gear was in there, ready to go, and then finally went to bed and just conked out. I was exhausted because I worked all day yesterday as well. So, things I learned today. I learned that my Echo Audio hack worked, which, I'm sure that's been done before. I didn't create that. I know for a fact I didn't create that, but I did. So I used that based on the knowledge from what I read, from what I watched on YouTube and what I read about how to get rid of echo. And they always say shooting in carpeted areas are really good. You want to put up blankets and mounts and stuff like that to kind of absorb the audio. But because we're doing a lot of wide shots, we really couldn't put up a lot of blankets and stuff like that to absorb the echo, because again, it was a lot of wide shots. So I just put the mic as closest to some soft pillowy things as I could to absorb that damn echo. Another thing I learned is handheld without a gimbal is super tricky. You gotta do the ninja walk with the gimbal, but you gotta do the Super Saiyan ninja walk with the handheld, because that is it's so tricky. But for the most part, it came out really good. I did forget, even if you go through these checklists, your gear checklists, and you think you have everything, and you still forgot something. And I forgot my damn gimbal. So that's going to make it to the top of the list now of things to not ever forget. Next thing that I learned, I knew this, but I got to actually implement it on this shoot. But doing a lot of exterior things, you still want to use lights to kind of bounce. You either want to shoot with them facing the sun so you get a good lighting on them, or if you have a super bright background, you want to light them to the equivalent of the bright light behind them, because you just don't want, when you try to adjust your brightness, you're always gonna you're gonna expose to the background, and if you expose for the people and the background's super bright, you're gonna blow out your background. So it's important to balance out the light by putting light on your talent that balances out the light behind them. So got to implement that today, and that also worked out great. I've been using the false color on my Portkeys LP5H, and that thing is a lifesaver. It's the best way to get proper skin tones, to get the proper color and lighting. It's fantastic. So I got to finally, use that. Another thing that I kind of figure out is with the dual camera setup, I need to get audio sync. I need to get some time code, because I'm basically going to use. I had a little on-camera microphone for the B cam to just catch the audio the best it could, so I can sync up the audio in post and just use the audio from the main cam with the boom mic, which that should be fine. I've done that before, but I think time coding, doing it in post, is a little bit harder sometimes, because like even with DaVinci Resolve, they have that tool where you can kind of just put two clips together and sync the audio, but sometimes it doesn't work. Time code is so much easier because it'll just sync the time code for you. So I need to like get in the times with that. I'm sure there's so many more things that I picked up this go around and learned, but I'm exhausted. The lunch was really quick. I didn't really eat a lot because I was busy packing up all my gear to get ready to go to the next place. So I had to have a quick bite before I went ahead and left. And I want the one thing that I enjoy, it's still fun, but it's much more tricky, is I'm everything short of the actor and the director. I'm the cinematographer, I'm the lighting guy, I'm the audio guy. I'm doing like three of the main things, and trying to remember all those things, like the remaining the little intricate things that go along with all those things, is difficult, because like, you gotta get the camera set up right, and I gotta get all the settings ready to go, and then I have to get the lighting set up, because another thing that I learned is I try to set my camera at 800 ISO, and then obviously you want your shutter speed to be at 180 degrees, and then I have to set the lighting up to where I can still stay within that 800 ISO and the 180 degree shutter. And you can adjust your aperture, but when you're shooting wide, you don't want to really crank that aperture super high, because you don't want the edges to blur. You don't want like you want a nice crisp photo or a nice crisp image. So you tend to kind of like want that a little, slower. So yeah, it's just, so you get that set up, then you get the light set up the way you want them to go. And when you're shooting tights and you're shooting like wides, you got just your lighting. And so then you got that. So then you gotta get your audio ready to go. Luckily I have the FX30, so I've got the XLR handle, top handle, so it just goes right to my mic or right to my camera. But you still have to make sure the audio is good. And so like I'm watching the monitor, making sure everything's like going good. I don't see any discrepancies. But I also have the headphones on and I'm listening to every little thing. But I also got to make sure the lighting doesn't change or shift or anything like that if like light's coming through, because again, it's a cloudy day, so it'll be cloudy for a minute and then the sun will come out, so it shifts the light. So you just got to watch for all these things. And to be honest with you, I dig it, man. It's like, I like my brain just being busy. It's a constant thing. It's chaotic, and you've heard me on the show before. I love chaos, man. I love the chaotic kind of like just going. So yeah, it's a lot, but it is fun. So hopefully footage came out all good. What I've seen so far, it looks really good, but I gotta take it into DaVinci Resolve and start. And that's the other thing, I'm also the editor, so I gotta like pull footage, I gotta like get it all cut and chopped up and color graded and audio synced and all that stuff. So, and I want to get the talent some of their reels, within a couple of weeks. And on top of that, we're shooting again next Sunday. I think we're just doing Sunday. We might be doing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm shooting it next week. So I gotta like buckle down and get as much editing as I can get done this weekend before I go back to work. Because when I'm at work, I try to stay busy at work with art stuff, and when I get home, I'm usually pretty just I want to chill. I want to read a book, or I want to watch a TV show or a movie and have some dinner and go to bed, you know. So, or I got, also got to work on my YouTube channel stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. I keep saying I'm going to call this damn video the Chronicles. That's it. I'll see you guys soon.